my first offense on the job, and they fired me. It was crazy. It was something that was unheard of. I didn't get a written up a warning or anything. So after that, I had ended up they hired me back. So I'm like, oh wow, I got my job back. And when they fired me, I lost my sense of identity. Right? I just want you to know that when I was fired the first time, I lost my sense of
Hey, can
identity,
y'all hear me? Hopefully, there ain't no echoes or
and
anything.
I didn't know who I was or what I was doing.
Let me know if
Seriously,
you can hear me.
I no longer had the job. I used to work wearing uniforms. Every day I had a schedule to attend to and going on with my business, y'all. Well, their business, Colorado business. But anyway, I got hired back there. It was like I
Yeah,
was
let me
fired for
know if
two
y'all can hear
weeks,
what I'm
and then
saying.
I had to come to a meeting. Then they got me back in the doors.
Crazy.
Okay, I'm working again. I'm started back on work. I got fired 2 weeks later, y'all, because let me tell you something, in case you don't know. If you get written up or let go or whatever it is,
Can you
you
hear
might
me
as well start
talking on
looking
here,
for another
y'all?
job because now you are on the
I got a
radar.
thumbs up, but
So me being on the radar,
I need more
they was
importantly,
watching
can
me
you hear
closely,
me
and
talking at the same
it ain't
time?
like I was a horrible worker, y'all. I have good work ethics. I'm really good at it, y'all. It's just that when you're a driver, you're gonna make mistakes. Boom, I made a mistake. I
Hey,
reported the
you
mistake,
up
and
in
they
here?
fired me again. I forgot what
If you
mistake it
leave, I'm
was. I
finna
don't know what
stop
it
it. Know
was.
that the
So
power
I
is
filed for
on you.
unemployment,
It's on you.
and
Type down in the comments.
the
Let me know.
unemployment started. As soon as the
Can you
unemployment
hear me
started,
talking over
they
this?
called me back and say, "Come on, you ready to work again?" Boom. So I done got
The
fired from
power
there
is in your
twice now.
hand.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this is
stop this
crazy. In a
live
matter of,
if
I
you
don't know,
don't
two.
type in the
I think it was
comments
like
whether you hear
a
me or not.
month or
Can you hear
two.
me talking at the same time?
It's the stupidest thing. This is unbelievable for some people. I know y'all
Let me
don't
know.
believe it. I'm just telling you the
One
truth.
gone. One more to go.
So I got fired again,
I
right?
enjoy your
And then
videos.
they
Hey,
called me
what's up,
again saying,
Merv?
"Hey, you ready to work again?"
I'm
So I
Merv's
came back.
Adventure.
Now,
I
mind you, I
appreciate
got
that.
fired the first time, came back,
All love,
fired
bro.
the second time. Now I'm
Can you
coming
hear
back
me
again,
talking
and I'm
over
working
this?
again.
Is this too
Now I'm
loud?
just like, uh, what's it called? I'm tortured
Help
inside
me
my
out.
mental mindset because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing at this job. I don't even know what's going on. To be fired once is horrible, and you move on with your life when you lose a
When you
job.
get
But
fired, you gotta
to
move
be
on.
fired twice, you know,
I got
and then
fired
called
twice
back
from three
again,
times from the same
this is
job.
embarrassing and crazy at this time.
Hold on for a
So
second.
they don't have no idea the type of emotional and mental toll that they having on me. So here we go.
It's a
When I was
little
fired the
loud.
third
Okay,
time,
thanks, Merv. Let
they
me turn
didn't
it
call
down.
me to come back. And every time they called me to come back, it
What
was
if
a
I cut it
meeting.
down to here?
I was in the union. I had a
Do the
meeting and
volume
all
go
that stuff.
down?
And they put
It's like,
me
what
under
about
these
now?
different restrictions each
Am I
time I
too
was
loud?
fired. It was like you
Is
can't
the
do this, you can't
video
do that.
playing too
It
loud?
was the smallest thing. It was
Thank you so
micro
much.
thing. It was like
Perfect.
it was
Right on,
impossible to
bro.
keep working under them conditions. So for real,
Oh, I
you don't
appreciate you.
understand. You
I
can't blink,
appreciate
you
you.
can't fart, you can't do anything while you
Can't
driving. It's
hardly hear
something
it though. Hold
weird.
on.
It's just weird. They wanted me out, so they wrote up these weird contracts to get me out. So after I was fired the third time, I filed for the unemployment again. And
Thank you
guess
so
what?
much, man. I'm gonna have to give you a shout
Unemployment
out,
said,
Merv.
"Nah, bro,
Merv's
you owe us
Adventures.
money." Because
Shout
every
out to
time I
Merv's
filed for
Adventures. I really
unemployment, I
appreciate
was
this
approved.
for
It's
helping
just
me out.
that they will hire me back
I'm just trying to learn how
instantaneously.
to go live and do my thing.
And I canceled unemployment every time. But this happened three
I'm really a
times. I never
musical
received a check
musician
while
individual.
I was
Every beat
working.
that
I'm
you
not
hear is something
like
that I've
that.
made.
I'm one of those people that walk a straight line and tell the truth and don't lie.
Let me
So
pause this for a
what ended up
second.
happening?
Let me tell y'all what made my life so hard. What made my life so hard, like when I was coming up, is that first of all, I am a truth bearer. I don't believe in lying. I believe that God hates a liar. So when I tell a, I ain't know when I tell a lie because I ain't told a lie since that part of my life was gone at an early age, like 16. I just stopped lying. Period. You had the 30-inch, yeah, yeah. I had the 30-inch. Toro X Mark 30-inch, yeah. I still have it, but I don't utilize it. I only use the Toro Pro line, but that deal is slowing down. It's horrible now. It's a done deal. I gotta switch that joke out. I gotta give me something else, man. The 36-inch Pro line, the Toro Pro line is slowing down to a point where it's taking me longer to cut grass, and I hate it. I despise it with all my heart. I have been following you. Okay, what's up? That's what's up. Yeah. So anyway, I'm finna finish going, but yeah, man. I was trying to get other jobs when I was younger, man. I was trying to get jobs, and people wouldn't even let me get up in there because I would tell them the truth what happened to the last job. A lot of people get jobs because they're able to lie about stuff. I was not able to lie. Period. It was a terrible situation. I can't lie, so because I prefer the way my mind worked was that it is what it is. If I can't get this job by being honest, that's crazy. That is crazy. But anyway, let me finish going on. Did you watch this video? From balling to being broke. I was balling at an early age too, man. I used to walk around with $500 in my pocket at a young age. Since the age of 20, I had money in my pocket. Breads on steroids. Just kept it, man. I imagine that 20-year-old. And then I had that for 7 years, and then I went 7 years of being broke. Anyway, man, let me go ahead and finish going.
They said I owe them $1,000, and I'm not finna be receiving unemployment.
That was the unemployment. They said that I owed them $1,000. I never did get a dime from them. Me and the government never got along ever. We never came to some type of way where I can make some money in the situation. Period. I never made a dime dealing with the government. I'm just keeping it real because I was not capable of lying to them. If you want to get money from the government, you have to be borderline broke or homeless to get something. Like seriously. No, I gotta take that back. I got some food stamps from them before, but the second I started making a few dollars, they snatched that clean away from me. It was over with. So yeah, man. Anyway.
I just feel it was a setup from Colorado. Like this is what they do to keep you from being able to get your unemployment money. You know, that was crazy. So anyway, moving on from there. Now I'm lost in the sauce, y'all.
Let me tell you something right quick. It's a watery sound going on, but I'm sure you can still hear it. But it's terrible. It's like it sounds like water running or something. I was not by no sink running no water or nothing. This is YouTube decided to put something on this video to keep it from being heard adequately. So anyway, I'm just letting you know.
It's my identity. I'm no longer this clean cut kid who has $500 in his pockets at all times, driving a nice car, living with his mom. Now I'm just a bum out here living with my mom.
I was basically a bum living with my mama at a certain age, man. When I had lost my identity, working at Colorado or whatever, it was at this spot where I was making $500. Man, I couldn't do much, man. I was stuck like Chuck. I was broke for 7 years. I tried to get other jobs, but they wasn't interested.
I'm looking real crazy. Like I'm not even used to this type of lifestyle. I'm used to being able to have money on deck. Like real talk. I'm paying bills and all kind of stuff. So anyway, it was difficult for me to land another job because I'm telling the truth all the time. I'm telling them what happened, and no companies was interested in letting me become one of their employees. So we talking about 3 years, 2 or 3 years of non-working, not bringing no income, y'all, just looking stupid and crazy. Then one day, my uncle called, and he was like, "Hey, I got a job for you." I'm like, "Okay, that's what's up." And it was a driving job. It was St. Elizabeth. So Now I'm thinking I'm finna be making like 12, $13 an hour. That's how much I was making at Colorado. Nope. They said we can hire you, but it'll be for $7.50 an hour to $8. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? They're like, yep. So I ended up working there, y'all. So now instead of me
Life
having
can hit
five
you
hundred
hard.
dollars in my
Yes,
pocket every week,
it can.
I'm
It can break
driving
you. It can knock the
40
wind out
hours,
of you.
working for a company, only having like $400 every other week. And
Oh
at
man,
this time, I done moved out from my mama house.
check this out. I came from working at a job making $500 a week to working at a job making $400 every 14 days. And I had moved out of my mama house, had an apartment. I know it's crazy. Like, how can you survive off of $800 a month? I did it. The job that I was working for provided me with the van to drive, to get to just, but I was restricted just to use the van to go to work and back. And food, like they cooked soup. It was for participants, Down syndromized people, people with that's handicapped and old and stuff like that. I was eating the soup and the cereal and all that stuff. I took that stuff home with me, the leftovers, and that's how I survived. So they paid for the food basically and the transportation, and they gave me $400 every 14 days. So yeah, you want to talk about rough and tough, man? I call somebody bluff.
And I had my own apartment. So that was like $800 a month. And I was paying rent for like $500. Anyway, it was a tough, rough situation. Considering on this job, you can't call in. Well, I couldn't call in. I was the only driver for the facility that I was working for. They didn't hire nobody else to back up me if I ever need to call in or anything. So this was a terrible job, by the way, y'all. The only thing that was good about it is that I was eating the soup that they used to cook. I was eating the soup that was cooked and the food. I was bringing that food home, cereal and all, everything.
Hats.
So they took care of the food wise, and they paid me $400 every other week. And but I couldn't call in. I had to go to work. So I'm stuck like Chuck, y'all.
Oh
Even
yeah.
if I was sick or whatever. One time I had called in. I said, "Hey, uh, Miss Elizabeth, I'm not feeling that well. I don't think I can make it today." And it was a blistering snow outside and everything. Yeah, it was blizzard. It was jacked up. She said,
Do you still want a job tomorrow?
I said, yeah. She said,
Then you better get your butt up and go to work.
Facts.
oh my gosh. I couldn't miss a day, y'all. That was crazy. Man, imagine that. But anyway, the imminent day had came when I had worked the split.
I'm not over exaggerating it. That's the Jungle Gym trimmer attachment that's on that mower. It's really easy to install. It's no problem. I actually made a video to have you be able to watch it and install it if you want to do that. But the um the manager of the whole St. Elizabeth thing, I was the only driver. I couldn't be off. I went to work there for 5 years straight without being able to call off. You got to be real with yourself. It's called slavery at that point. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was in slavery. I was enslaved. Flat out. I wasn't no escaping it. It was very insane. It was insane. When I say I don't think that people really understand. Thank you. But I don't think that people really truly understand the truth of discipline, like you said, Merv. It's like I like that instead of slavery is discipline. But I used to get sick. You know what I'm saying? I used to be sick. I haven't been sick in a long time though. But your body gets sick. I had to be there throwing ice, snow, and everything else. Wasn't no getting around it. I had to be at this job. period. I had the vehicle and I had to leave from my house and start picking people up instantaneously. That was out in the county. I stay out in the city. I'm driving out to the county to do this. So it wasn't as easy as it may seem. It was very it was a bust, yeah. 5 years. 5 years of doing this. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever worked at a job where you never called off at? When I tried to call off, she went off on me and she said flat out, if I want to still have a job, I better get to work. Yeah, it was one of those situations.
Because that's how I was. I was working a split. And I went back home to go to sleep to get some rest. And I had overslept. And by the time I woke up, I had to be back out to the county to pick up the participants to take them back home. And I ended up getting fired because it was just, I was so late picking them up. It was what it was, you know. And it was over with for that job. I lost that job. So it's off to college. I didn't really care about that job like that. But anyway, moving on, it's off to college. So I'm in college, y'all. And I'm seeing my true potential. I'm like, what in the world is going on? I ain't even know I was this smart. I made the dean's list every year that I was there. Straight A's. I'm like, what in the world? But no money. So I was in college to become a dentist or a pharmacist, one or the other. But when I realized how long it was going to take.
Let me tell you about the college situation. I had no idea the level of intelligence I had in my mind. When I went to college, I was just going through that with a breeze. It was so easy. It was like, what the heck? I probably should have went to college. But I was I was conditioned in my mind to get money. That's the whole point. People go to college not just for the discipline to get the education, but to also get the money that they trying to get. You know what I'm saying? That's what I went there for money. But what ended up happening was the craziest thing ever. I stepped back and observed because it was weird because I had an understanding that, dang, I'm smart and I didn't even know this. All my life, y'all. All my life. Let me tell you, I went to a public school. I was they said that I had what did I have? Not attention deficit. I had something where they were saying that I had a hearing issue where, okay, let me tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ignored my mother one freaking time. And she took, we went to the hospital. You know, when you a child, I'm talking about a kid. I'm Lolo, like real kid. Went to the hospital and she said, hey, he act like he can't hear me. They looked in my ear. They said, well, we don't see nothing, but let me put some peroxide. I mean, what you could do is put some peroxide and water in his ear, and then whatever in there, it'll come up. So it's just you take the cap of peroxide, pour the little put a little half peroxide, half water, put it in your ear. Man, next thing I know, peanuts came out of my ear. Peanuts. Not the same night. She was doing it every night for about a week or two. And next thing I know, I had to go to the ER because my ear was banging. It was do, 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 do. So went to the ER, boom. They said, you want to be on the TV screen? I'm like, I don't care. All I know, just my ear hurting. They yeah, lay your head to the side. And they had tweezers or whatever and some suck back or whatever. And they was pulling peanuts out of my ear. When I say this, listen, I could hear. I could hear perfectly fine. But somehow by me playing my mama, I was ignoring her. I heard her. I was in the bathroom. I heard her. I just decided not to answer her. Yeah, yes, I was like that. I'm that dude. I'm that guy. Yeah, I ignored. I was I was bad to my mama, and next thing you know, boom, peanuts coming out of my ear. It was miraculous. It was freaking miraculous. So anyway, um, after the peanuts came out of my ear, which is still miraculous at the end, I was in school. I don't know if my mama relayed the teachers that information or whatever. But I was a kid that was bored in school. I was bored. What it was is that I wasn't mentally challenged. I was, I don't know what's the word, special. That's what it was. I was special. And they put me in special ed. They put your boy in special ed. You know what I'm saying? They put me clean off in there. Yeah, the peanuts. Ouch. They put me in special ed, man. And so I had some homeboys, right? I had my crew. I'm a leader. I'm born leader. Now I can't even lie. Since I was a child, my mother used to tell me in my ear, she brainwashed me. She said, she said these words to me all the time. She said, be a leader, not a follower. Go to school and be somebody. Learn to listen and listen to learn. Those was the three phrases that she kept on brainwashing me with every morning before I go to school. And she kept even when I was up half asleep, brushing my teeth, washing my face, whatever, she'd say, go to school, be somebody, be a leader, not a follower. Learn to listen and listen to learn. I never forget that. There's more of these dark sayings that's been installed in my brain. So anyway, it's subconscious. It's subliminal. But anyway, moving on. So we are so they took me out of the regular class because I was the class clown. Some would say that, hey, he needed attention. I would say that too. Maybe I needed some attention. I don't know, but what they was trying to teach me was boring and it was full of crap, man. That's all I can say. It wasn't good enough to keep me entertained on what's going on. See, you heard me say the word entertained. I needed to be entertained. Some teachers are horrible at teaching because they don't know how to entertain and teach at the same time. Me, I have the gift of teaching. That's a gift of mine. So simplicity, it just works that way. I can just teach. Anyway, moving on. So they put me in the basement with the Down syndromeized kids and everything, and I was like, whoa, what is this? Where y'all got me at? They say, yeah, because you are too disruptive in class or you distract the class too much. Because that's the thing. People used to laugh. Kids used to laugh all the time. I was the comedian in school, period. I was in class and comedy. They said, you can't get out of here unless you show us that you can be regular. So I was like, okay, I'm not supposed to be down here. It was a woman, a young lady. I'm talking about a young lady who had Down syndrome, who had a crush on me. Her name was Mindy. She had drool coming down and she just really liked me. And I had to get up out of there. It's just that real. I had to get up out of there. So I said, pay attention to me because I'm finna show y'all that I don't need to be here. And they really thought I was retarded or dumb or something. But they put the test in front of me and all that stuff. And I passed that stuff like that. Got clean up out of there. It wasn't clean up out of there. They was trying to hold me back. But at the same time, they knew they couldn't hold me there because I was too advanced than with the students there. My partners used to walk by the glass little window in the basement. Everybody going off to lunch and they eating their stuff without the teachers and stuff. And they see me, they say, Larry, you know you crazy. Because I ride the school bus home. They knew I wasn't retarded. But they'll just be like, while I'm in the basement and they can see me looking at the glass, they knock on the door like, boy, you know you wild, boy. What is you doing in there? You supposed to be in General Pop. You know what I'm saying? And that was wild. It was wild. You know, that's how I was done that way, you know. So anyway, they couldn't keep me there because I was too intelligent to be there. They let me on out, boom. But they kept a close monitor on me. You know, it was kind of wild. Like, hey, if he tripped, he'll be back in that basement. They let me know that too. And my friends, they say, "Oh, okay, so you back now?" Like, really? Like, yeah. And it was what it was. It was wild. But after that, anyways, fast forward years ahead in college, I was on the dean's list every year since I've been there. Made it into the paper because I was an incredible writer and just exceptional student. Period. Excel past all that type of stuff that's going on. It was weird. I didn't even think nothing of it. It was just normal for me to like, okay, so I'm here to try to get some money, right? I'm here to be either a dentist or a freaking pharmacist. So that's what ended up happening. Yeah, dean's list every year, all kind of awards and all kind of stuff. But anyway, moving on.
Take for me to be doing that, my mind and heart gave out about that. You know, I didn't care nothing about it. My passion and all this stuff. I'm like, man, that's crazy. 7 years or more? Nah, I'm good. I need money. I'm used to bringing in money, you know, and some people would say, hey, just get a part-time job. It's difficult to do that. And it's difficult to find somebody to hire you when you tell them what happened to you on your past job because you can't lie. It's a weird situation. So, again, I moved back out of my apartment, back to my mama house, and I was just in school. Thanks, mommy, for supporting me. I was a bum. Yeah, I was just in school. I was a nerd, a book nerd, and all that stuff. But anyway, moving on. So yeah, that's like 7 years of me balling when I was younger to 7 years of me bumming.
Facts.
Just keeping it real. So the best thing that happened to me is when I met my wife. She was working at Walgreens. I was in college. And I was like, I like this little chick right here. And she a baddie. Now, I done had so many girls. I had multiple women staying with me at the same time. I had women that was just cool friends, and you know how I go. I done had girls. But this one right here, man, I'm like, I like this. I gotta get this. But I had no money. So I met her. And she knew that I was in college. She knew about my ambition. She knew I had potential. But I ain't have no money. And she was cool though. She ain't even harass me or say nothing to me. That was an extra plus. So I'm like, man, I want to take her out. I want to do something, man. This is crazy. So I'm like my dad taught me. He said, romance without finance is nonsense.
Fact.
So I'm like, I gotta get some type of paper, right? That's what I'm on. I'm like, man, I'm already on. I'm finna stop going to college because this is crazy. I got 7 more years of no. So I had thought about it. I said, let me try the bus company. I tried the bus company. I told them what happened, the situation. They said, that's cool, Larry. Come on. You can work with us. So I had landed a job. I'm like, all right.
Well, I'm gonna say, hold on, I gotta pause this for a second. Good question. How many customers do you feel comfortable having during this season? Well, I haven't took time out to count my customers, but I'm up to 40 cuts a week. I have only about, I think I have 4. Yeah, I have three customers on the weekly schedule. Everybody else is bi-weekly. So you do the math. 80 cuts a week. I would say the comfortability depends on you. What I'm no longer comfortable with is charging anything. I'm not comfortable with $50. Charging the customer $50. I'm learning that that's below the true value of my cuts, considering the quality that I put out on the earth when I cut grass. And so what I'm doing now, any new customers, they paying either 60, 65, or 70 per service, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly. Um Again, it all depends on you as a solo operator, what you feel like is good for you. I'm gonna tell you right now, line care is really not my life. It's a way and a means to end to be able to live my life peacefully and of course profit, buy things and get money. Um I make more money than I've ever made in my life, and I've never uh considered working for someone else again. So it all depends on how long you want to be, on your grind. Like for instance, I'm year round. I'll be cutting yards until January 1st. That's when I stop. It's not because I'm in a warm climate or anything. It's just that there's leaves. Some people want to be on the service for me to, cut leaves. So, like I said, it's a good question. As a solo operator, if you really want to, I told you I have 80 mows a week. That's what it is. That's all I can say. 80 mows a week. So if you want to say, if you can just simplify it, I have 40 customers a week. That's 80 customers. You can just say 80 customers, but really, so it's probably about 75 customers. But it's all on you. I'm not going over that. Matter of fact, I'm going up in prices and hoping. This is the sad part. I'm hoping that somebody drops. People are not dropping, which is showing me, and it's hurting my feelings a little bit. It's making me know that I've been charging too low. Nobody on the schedule less than 50. So that's how I go. That's all I got to say about that. It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do. No overburden. Oh, well, I'm overburdened right now. That's a good. I'm overburdened right now to me because oh well, I wouldn't say that. It's just that it's the work got to get done. But things happen. It can rain. That the second it rains in the week that I have to cut, I'm overburdened right then and there. Because my objective is to be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sometimes I would like to be off on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But like I say, if it rains, I'm overburdened. If it don't rain, man, I can push it and get off by be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days off. Like I said, I only did this. If you watch the video, the maintenance video, I said that I do this to control my time. I love controlling my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm 42 years old and I need to control my time. That gives me the power to control my time. What I'm doing, I control my time. I don't let no customers tell me ask me. Well, they can ask me, what time are you going to be there? I let them know, hey, I get there when I get there. It might be the day, it might be the month, but I'll be there. But anyway, yeah, 80. Just say 80. That's why I'm gonna say 80. But to each his own. You might be able to have more. You might be able to carry on more. I'm by myself too. That means that I'm the secretary, I'm the advertiser, I'm the mower operator, the string trim operator, the blower operator. I am everything. Everything. Secretary too. But anyway, moving on.
Let me go ahead and get with her or whatever, So we end up getting married, and from there, I had got a job working for the city. Now, anybody been watching the videos, working at the city, that was a very dangerous job. People upping up guns over a ticket. People ready to kill you for writing them a ticket, putting a
Facts.
ticket on their car. The crazy thing is that they ain't let you have weapons. You will get fired if you come there with a weapon. You can't pistol pack. You can't have no knife, no mace, or nothing on you. Like, if you write this ticket and somebody decides to crash out on you, then it's a wrap. It's over with. Don't even worry about it. That's your life. You chose that. One time, one of the parking enforcement officers got popped in the neck. And when he got shot in the neck, he became an instant paraplegic. It was over with. Yeah, I mean, it was just that simple. It only take a second, then it's over with. And he was never seen again. Shoot, I asked the supervisor what happened with that. Like, what's up, man? We finna change the rules? Nope. Oh, he had got shot while he was off, even though he was wearing his uniform. He was off the clock, so that was on his time. Like, what, man?
Let me say this right quick, man. It was a sad situation when this dude got shot. Carlos, shout out to Carlos from Parking Enforcement, man. I'm sorry that happened to you like that, and it could have been any of us, any one of us. Dude used to work out, and he was a very positive energy individual, very cool, and he ended up. I remember hearing him on the radio talking about somebody. He was like, "Hey man, this dude up here tripping with me," and I ended up picking him up from the area, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I was telling the old boy, man, if you want to do this, man, we can do this off, I clock out, whatever, and all this stuff. When I clock out, it's a whole nother story. I try to behave myself in a manner to be able to keep the job, but after hours, ain't nobody scared. If you want to do something, you can do something." So here we go. The next week, after I picked him up, took him, because he was getting off, I pick him up from the location and take him on in, and he got off. I'm a parking enforcement officer too. I just picked up people and took them in, and I was writing tickets too. So dude was like, when I came in, it was a week later. Carlos got shot in the neck. I'm like, what? Yeah, he's paralyzed. What? Yeah. I'm like, are you serious? He literally was on the radio in confrontation with somebody a week before. That's how dangerous. I stay in St. Louis, Missouri. They say the number one. This ain't nothing to be proud of, but they say this is the number one most dangerous place in the United States. I don't know how true that is. I would say Chicago, Illinois is the number one, but whatever. I don't know. I don't keep up with that stuff like that. So anyway, when he got popped in his neck and instantaneously became a paraplegic, it was like, whoa. I'm like, let me holler at him. It's like, well, he don't want to be spoke to right now. I'm like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, I need to know his story. What happened? How did you end up getting popped? Like, what happened? Oh no, they don't want y'all to visit the hospital or whatever. His family don't want. Okay, all right. I'm like, all right, it's cool, And they said the supervisor ended up telling me, hey, it was off the clock anyway when he got shot. I mean, he was off the clock, even though he was still in his uniform. It was on his time. I'm like, what? I'm like, so what's the deal now? Will we be able to will we be able to carry guns with us or weaponry or anything? Mace, knives, guns, anything? No, you can't carry nothing. They still held that rule that we couldn't carry nothing. I would quit on site. Yeah, man. Yeah, I wish I would have. But I got things, man. I got the house I need to pay for. I don't think I had no car notes at the time or anything. But I was afraid to quit because it's kind of funny. It's like a vortex. You get yourself into a situation where, hey, I got a house. Now you got to be able to pay the house off. I got cars. Now you got to keep on paying. It's easy to get the stuff. Now you got to keep the stuff. It's a trick to keep you in debt and keep you on deck. You know what I'm saying? Where you have to keep moving. You have to keep on going. Period. So anyway, never got a chance to talk to Carlos and know anything. Yeah, I know what you. Yeah, right on, bro. So but believe me, I was woke. That woke me up, bro. That clearly woke me up. When I seen that they didn't care nothing about this man getting shot. Look, you can be on the radio calling for a supervisor. A supervisor send another parking enforcement officer to somebody. A person could be like, "Hey, man, this person tripping." They'll say, "Oh, we'll leave the area. Just walk away." Because a lot of people on foot. Some people in cars, some people on foot. I was in cars. I was in vans. Sometimes I was on foot. But majority of the time I was driving. Yeah, man, that was scary. When I got to witness that they didn't care nothing about this dude. So that's when I clicked. My mind said, it's over. It's over. I got to get the out of here ASAP. So here we go. I started planning. I started doing what I need to do.
And I got to get up out of here. So next thing you know, 2020 came. The pandemic hit. I'm like,
the best thing that happened to me. The pandemic.
We off, right? We out of work, but we getting paid while we off. We was off for about, I think, 2 months, 8 weeks.
Facts.
The whole time I was thinking to myself, now this is an opportunity for me to figure out how to quit this job. Seriously, it's too dangerous. People getting shot. Nobody's talking about the stuff, and we just acting like we're normal out here. We're safe. No, we don't have no weapons anyway. So I'm like, it's got to be a way. And I know how to cut grass and go cut my mama grass and everything. And it's like, man, let me figure something out. I'm like, hold on, wait a second. What is this? Have I been missing something all this time? I'm like, man, I can cut grass and make some money. I can start charging people making money. So let me do my research. That's what the college was for, right? To teach me how to do research, to teach me how to become a better, intelligent individual. So I'm like, let me do my research. I'm on YouTube. I'm watching all type of videos. I'm like, I didn't know this. I didn't know that. I'm learning about business. I'm learning about credit. And I chose lawn care as my trade. I'm just watching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I can do this. I've been doing this since the age 12. My dad told me to do it.
Facts.
I had to do it. I had no choice. I was forced. It was destiny.
Facts.
So now I'm up here talking to my wife. You know, we went over prices. Y'all already know that was a month wasted. Out of that whole situation of me being off, that was a month wasted. Me and her fighting. We going back and forth, arguing, yelling at each other. Man, got to a point where we wouldn't even talk. All because I said I cut a yards for $20. She wasn't going for it. She thought that was the stupidest thing, and it was. It was. I'm not gonna lie. If you cutting some yards right now for $20, you're doing the dumbest, stupid thing. I don't care if it's just you take your lawnmower over there and just hit it one time with a swipe and leave. Nah, bro. Nah, that ain't how the game go. What about your time that you wasted to do that? How long did it take for you to get there to do it?
It's a good
video. You know, from the time that your mind was heading that way. You know what I'm saying? How long? So me and my wife, we had an apartment. We living in an apartment at the time. And I bought my equipment and I got me some customers. And things are starting to look on the bright side. I'm back at the job now. We back out here in the dangerous streets, but in the morning time, I was cutting grass.
Yep.
And in the evening, I was working parking enforcement. So from 7:30 to 12:30, I was cutting grass, and then I head back home, take a shower, and then I head to the parking enforcement and work there from 2 to 10 or 2 to 9, because they had, since the pandemic hit, they had cut an hour out, you know, some weird stuff. Anyway, now, when I was doing this, when I was cutting grass at the apartment, I had just the Exmark 30-inch, you know, and I had it stored in the storage facility. It took me 10 to 12 minutes to get to the storage unit. And I felt like that was crazy right there.
Hold on, let me pause.
That is
Why would you just say that, Bert? And they want to pay $20 to get their yard mowed. Oh, that's a no. Yep, they want to pay $20 to get their yards mowed. Oh no, that's a no, bro. That's crazy. You really think that I'm gonna pay $20 to cut your yard? Wake up and smell the coffee. Breathe it in with it. No. I'm so past $20 now. I'm past $50 now. Like, dude, let me tell you. I made a video saying that I feel like I'm undercharging myself with $50 was the highlight of my life. When I hit that $50, everybody on my schedule paying me $50. I was feeling like I was floating on the clouds, like I'm like, man, I won. I'm getting $50 per move. Next thing I know, people saying, bro, your prices is too low. I'm like, whoa. Oh no. Have I just sold my soul for a little cash flow? That's not the way it goes. Gotta go up more. Man, now ever since then, this has been, hey, I need 60, 65, 70. Nothing less than that. Period. Don't talk to me about no $20 cutting no yard. That's crazy. They always claim the last guy was doing They always do that, man. So where is the last guy? Facts. I always say, well, I be going deep. I need to know, where is he at? Where is he at? Because I need that bread. What I need to do is hire him to cut my yard. And then if I can, I'm going to have him cutting some of these other yards that I got. Period. If he only charging $20, but no. Now I'm joking. I wouldn't hire this guy because listen, if you're paying somebody only $20, you're not finna get the immaculates of the spectacular cut that you desire within your loins or in your soul or in your eyes to see. You're not finna get it. Don't worry about it. It's just something that doesn't exist. If you pay me $20, you're just, matter of fact, I was just finna say, if you pay me $20, I'm just gonna mow over it and go. It's called a mow and go. No, bro. No. I don't want to pull up on your property for only $20. No, it's not. It don't make sense. It's just no. It's not a point. It's just not even a conversation. Moving on.
insane that I have to drive my truck to the storage unit and load the truck with the equipment to go cut yards. So I said, you know what? Efficiency. I need more efficiency. So I said, let me get me a house. I know it sounds like it's just that simple, but that was how simple it was. Because I had already been studying about credit, because I used the college capabilities that I have inside and applied it to real life. Stuff that's really important, things that matter. I learned how to build my credit, fix it, make it look beautiful. I knew what to do. And so I built my credit and I said, let me get a house.
Let me get a house,
but not just any house. I needed a house with a garage.
I need a garage for my
stuff to be. I want my setup to have a garage. Period. So I found a house that was in the area that I'm working with a garage. It was a perfect setup for me. I bought a second truck. It was the Dodge Ram. It was a bus. It was a flat out limit. That was $7,000 down the drain. I doubled back, bought this truck because I wasn't finna go through that situation again. It's more of a newer one. It had 18,000 miles on it, so I thought that was good. I bought it, and thus far, it's been working well for me. I had enough customers to quit my job, so I let them go, and I did my own thing. That's how I did LJJ Line Care. And I appreciate you guys. Make sure you drop some L's in the building if you stay to the end. And I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute.
Drop
Peace.
some L's.
I'm sure y'all just spraying. Some of y'all be leaving comments saying that I'm not spraying my stuff, man, or the concrete is sticking out, and the weeds are sticking out in the concrete. Customers got to pay for that, y'all. Always remember that, man. Customers got to pay for it. If they ain't paying for it, and you see it, that means that they ain't paid for it. It's just that simple. If you see it, don't worry about me. If it's good, I'm getting it. They just ain't paid for it.
Ollie and Anna seem so perfect. And what people didn't know was she was screaming for help.
This marriage is not healthy anymore.
Man, there's so many people that be like, hey, I see weeds growing out the concrete. If you see the weeds, that means that the customers didn't proceed to pay the fees. Let it breathe. I don't play them type of games, y'all. That's the truth. That's real talk. Hey, this is a plant bed. The customer said, I don't even like those weeds right there. So I just went ahead and just sprayed that up.
All right, fellas.
I feel like I'm charging not enough for this yard a little bit. Look, let's keep it real here. I'm almost feeling like I'm not charging enough, period. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but I have to correct a few errors. This yard is $65 to cut. It takes me about 20 to 25 minutes to cut. But ever since I realized that people were saying yes, it's freaking $60 and $65 and stuff like that, $70.
Like, you know,
it's like
he's cutting grass.
Well, I'm assuming that recently every new customer coming, they either paying $65 or $70 to be on the schedule. Period. I'm not lying about this. It don't matter what size the yard is. If it's a small yard, I need $65 to $70. This yard right here, to me, is a relatively larger yard. I'm only charging this person $65. That's before I realized, because I was getting so many comments, people telling me, you're charging too low. Come to find out, they're right. I've been charging too low, bro. So now the price must go up. It must go up. Straight up. I've been blessing people. Last year I raised my price, didn't nobody drop, except for one person. One person dropped. One freaking person dropped. And let me tell you, customers are like the walking dead, man. The one customer that dropped and others that just decide that they're not rejoining the schedule, they end up coming back. And they always come back. They always come back. That's facts, man. But I'm just telling you straight up, you do good quality work, you can charge your worth. And guess what? It won't hurt and it will work.
You know. Oh, you didn't get the weeds and crack. Man, come on, man. That's pretty whack. I'm gonna holler at you in a minute. Make sure you like to subscribe. This is Larry Williams, JJ Line Care. Peace.
Crazy how I came up in this game and then I ran them up. It's Larry Johnson Jr., LJJ Line Care, all on them trucks. I stand insanely on it, bro. I love to gain a customer. I mainly maintain what I must. I earn they trust off of the bus. I'm blessing them with beauty cuts and placing them on YouTube cause I'm trying to get subscriptions up. I'm driven by ambition, bro. I'm all about integrity. You should never compare to me unless you want to see how deep insecurity can be. I'm rolling solo in the streets. All I know is to be free. Full of peace, but when it comes to locking, I am a beast. I never leave until it's clean. I get them weeds and everything. I throw some seeds and motion leaves and trim them trees and charge them fees. And yes, I am the king of string. I said exactly what I mean. You see the way I do my thing. Them edges squared and crispy clean. And if you haven't did it yet, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share it. Best believe that LJJ Line Care is gonna be right there.
Watch live and local news.
All right, y'all. I appreciate you for dropping by, stopping by, and telling me why. I love y'all. Make sure you send me a cash. You can cash out me money at $ LJJ Line Care. You can send a super chat if you like to. And I'm gonna holler at you. Much love, Merv. Thanks for staying to the end of the video, man. All love, man. And thank you for the support, bro. I really appreciate you. For the folk that's still there, hey, y'all gotta rewind and watch it, man. I'm finna go ahead and put this out. I'm done. I'm done for the day. Y'all too late. Y'all missed it. A whole hour of my time has been liquidated into the internet. Nah, it's over. No problem. Much love, bro. Much love, bro. Let me put. I want to make sure I put that in the freaking situation. Yeah. Expect more lives. Expect more lives. Period. Peace.